Greetings, people of the future. On this day of your year, we decided to open up the vault and dig out another time capsule from the raw and puckered annals of our Cinema Insomnia history. We now present to you, for educational purposes only, a classic episode from our library, reconstructed with the best elements known to TV science. Enjoy.
You are under my power. Look into the hypnotic eye. Time now to enter Mr. Lobo's domain. Look out! Open your mind to the possibility that they're not bad movies, just misunderstood. You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. Tonight's feature is brought to you in Puppeterific Super Marionation. The management is not responsible for injuries caused by thrown voices, and there may be other strings attached as well. I'm Mr. Lobo. Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, Willie Tyler and Lester, Waylon Flowers and Madam, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. Nothing reflects our own inner torment and psychological damage more than the blank, dead eyes of puppets and their puppeteers. And tonight we have a really creepy one. Anthony Hopkins, best known for his role as Hannibal the Cannibal Lecter, stars as a ventriloquist who gets caught up in a surreal muppetejoir with Anne Margaret and a dummy that looks disturbingly like Clark Gable, possibly his last role. Cinema Insomnia is proud to present the 1978 chiller, in color no less, entitled Magic. Excuse me. Although Cinema Insomnia is proud to present to you the 1978 chiller Magic, it is unfortunately not the film we bring you tonight. Instead, Child's Play?
No.
Puppet Master?
Nope.
Baby Geniuses?
No.
Devil Doll?
No. Wait. Yeah.
Really? Really? The good one or the remake?
The remake.
Of course. And now, without any further ado, the 1964 black and white classic about a possessed ventriloquist dummy, Devil Doll.
And you sympathize.
They told me this film was dark, but I thought they meant subject matter. Let's take a break to calibrate the contrast on our television sets. Cinema Insomnia will be back with more of tonight's feature, Devil Doll. Can we adjust the brightness on our end?
No.
Fair enough.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. I'll teach him everything that I know. My buddy and me, like the climb up a tree. My buddy and me, we're the best friends could be. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
My Buddy from Play School. It looks like Washington, D.C.'s become a monster madhouse.
Abracadabra, I sit on his knee. Presto, changeo, and now he is me. Hocus pocus, we take her to bed. Magic is free. We're dead.
Josephine Levine presents Magic, a terrifying love story starring Anthony Hopkins, Anne Margaret, and Burgess Meredith. Rated R.
Can I be honest with you? Mr. Lobo's always been a bit creeped out by puppets, and I can't go to a hypnotist to cure my irrational fear because hypnotists have always creeped me out as well. So instead, I'm going to confront my fear head on and become a ventriloquist tonight. I got this book, Ventriloquism for Dummies, as if my self-esteem needed another blow. Gracious. Well, Mr. Lobo is going to try to crack this while you try to crack tonight's movie, Devil Doll.
With all the newsworthy stories around London, I gotta get stuck with a great Varelli.
He must have something.
Yeah, well, we'll soon find out. You got that expert on mesmerism all set, that Dr. Keller?
Oh, I spoke to him earlier. He said he'd find his own way to the theater tonight. He doesn't want to see you. He said he couldn't bear to meet a journalist in the evening. But he'll call by the office tomorrow morning at 10:30 to give you his opinion of Mr. Varelli.
He's a bit independent, isn't he? Does he know we're paying him for his services?
I don't think he's the least bit interested in the money.
Yeah, these retired experts, they don't care about the money, so they tell you. Well, make a note so I won't forget to be available for Mr. Heller at 10:30 tomorrow. And what else? What about the girl who's going to volunteer?
I'm sorry, Mark, I forgot to tell you. The one we picked, she won't do it. She's afraid.
Afraid of what?
She's afraid of Varelli doing things to her mind.
We'll get someone else.
It'll be difficult on such short notice.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Can I speak to Marianne, please? Hello. Hello, Marianne? How are you? Yeah. Marianne, how'd you like to go to the theater tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to suggest to this man that his life is in danger, that he may die at any moment. Mr. Harrison, look into my eyes. Mr. Harrison, you told me that in China you once saw a man executed in the streets. I want you to imagine that you are in his place, that you are on your knees. On your knees. You're about to be executed by a soldier who put a single bullet through the back of your head. You're alone. You look up and see the faces of the crowd. In moments, they will move away, leaving you dead on the pavement. You turn and see the soldier standing behind you, his face grim, his gun ready for firing. You are moments from death. You wait for the sound of the gun and the pain of the bullet crashing into your head. You wait for the sound of the gun and the pain of the bullet smashing into your head. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I should like another volunteer. Anyone? Perhaps the young lady in the 7th row? Anyone at all?
Go on.
Mark, I really don't think so.
Come on, you promised.
All right.
Well, this is very kind of you. Do you mind telling me your name?
Marianne Horn.
Are you frightened, Miss Horn?
No, I don't think so.
Are you by any chance a professional entertainer?
No.
I didn't think so. You seem like a very shy girl. Well, Miss Horn, do you dance?
As everyone does.
Ballet?
Oh, no. Not since a few lessons as a child.
I see. Now, Miss Horn, don't be frightened. Just look into my eyes. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us tonight an expert on modern dancing. He will dance with Miss Horn, and I guarantee you that she will dance as well as the expert. Miss Horn, in a few moments you'll be hearing some music. When the music begins, you will become a dancer.
Mr. Lobo is going to be a ventriloquist, then I'm going to have to find a dummy that's not so scary. There's got to be one out there that's got a pleasant face that you wouldn't mind seeing in a darkened theater. Uh-oh.
He held our entire world hostage with his music. Cranktail Records presents the one, the only, Ambassador Phantom on one long-playing album, Candles, Crankhorn, and You.
Oh yeah, come on over here.
On Planet Crankhor, he sold more records than Perry Como, Boxcar Willie, Jerry Vale, Red Sovine, Slim Whitman, and Zamfir combined.
Unforgettable.
Finally, through this exclusive TV offer, Lost Youth can once again be yours on LP, 8-track tape, or Cosmic Spool for only 9 payments of $9.99 plus $99 shipping and handling.
Caustic vapors. Keep blowing in.
And if you order now, we'll send you this free bonus disc. Ambassador Phantom of Crankhorn narrates Peter and the Wolf.
Peter looked up and shouted, "Where is that miserable scum? I'll make mincemeat out of him."
Hurry, operators are standing by. Order Candles, Crankhor, and You today, or...
We're gonna kill some children.
This is crack, rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff. It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look, everybody wants to be cool, but doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
Now there's this horror host mixer and talent show coming up. If Mr. Lobo could get his ventriloquism act together and learn to throw his voice, I'd be the envy of every man there and the object of every woman's desires. Cinema Insomnia now returns to tonight's feature, Devil Doll. My friend's lonely. Would you sit with him for a while? This is going to work. Mm-hmm.
You are again Miss Marion Hall, but a magnificent dancer has been lost. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your very kind attention. Magda, if you please.
What happened to you?
I don't know.
Where'd you learn to dance like that?
Mark, I don't know.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I should like to introduce my esteemed collaborator, HUGO. Now, to look at him, you might think he was just another ordinary ventriloquist dummy. Indeed, he is. But he has unexpected talents. Well, HUGO, what are you going to do to amuse the audience tonight?
Anything you say, my dear Vorelli. Except that kind of thing.
Why, what do you mean by that?
Simply that you are laughing while I am talking.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, it's an old ventriloquist trick. They're all doing it now. It's corny.
Perhaps we can show the audience a variation on the theme.
Give me some wine. I want some wine.
Dummy, drinking wine. Don't be ridiculous.
I want some. Give it to me. I know what wine is. I've had wine before. I want some wine. Why shouldn't I have some wine?
You are a dummy, Hugo. Was that so corny? Listen to the audience applaud.
They're not applauding you. They're applauding me. Yes, me, Hugo, the dummy.
Well, if it's for you, you must go and thank the audience, mustn't you? Go to the footlights and thank them. You must obey me. Hugo, walk to the footlights and thank them.
Thank you.
And return to your master. Do you know who that girl was?
The one you were seducing mentally.
Miss Horn. Miss Marion Horn. One of the richest girls in all England. Her aunt is giving a charity ball Saturday night. I think I'll just ring up and offer my talents for charity.
What did you say?
Nothing, what?
Oh, I thought I heard you call my name.
You must be hearing things. You know, I gotta hand it to that Varelli. His act's certainly different. That dummy is fascinating.
He frightens me. He really does seem to have some unusual powers.
Yeah, for once, head office came up with a good idea in this Varelli. I still think he's a phony, but he's a damn good one. I'd certainly like to get a chance to examine that dummy. There, you can help me.
Oh, can I now? That's just what you think. Oh, I've had enough, thank you.
No, come on, please.
What can I do?
Well, as your aunt is holding her annual charity ball, all you gotta do is go and see the great Varelli and invite him to come. I know he will. I saw the way he eyed you when you walked up on that stage. Besides, your aunt would love it, you know it. Give me a chance to get a good close look at that doll. Because you will invite him to stay the night. It's the only way I can get a chance to examine it. All the press clippings on Varelli, no one's ever near that doll. He won't let anyone see it or touch it unless he's using it. How about it?
Well, you know he's very attractive. I might just be attracted to him.
Oh. Well, I'll take that chance. How about it?
All right. The things I do for you.
That is no ordinary doll in tonight's movie. Perhaps Mr. Lobo can find one for himself that's a little less animated. This one here seems harmless. Actually, I don't even think this is a ventriloquist dummy. This is one of those talking dolls.
I'm going completely mental, I must say.
But disturbing nonetheless. And speaking of disturbing messages, Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Oh, give me a break!
Breakfast! I'm hungry! Take it from Carinkles. That's me. The best breakfast under the big top is post-sugar rice Carinkles. So crinkly, so delicious, so different. Each grain of rice in sugar rice Carinkles is carinkled with honey and sugar. It's so good, I crinkle every time I eat it. Yep, no matter what other rice cereal you've ever tried, you'll love post-sugar rice Carinkles best of all. Honey and sugar make it different and wonderful. A circus of fun to eat. So you crinkle on down to the store for post-sugar rice Carinkles, the greatest cereal treat on earth.
Do I make you nervous, Doctor?
Karen Black, a major star, creates a television first.
There's a golden chain wrapped around it to keep the spirit from making the doll come to life.
Face to face with the unbearable unknown. Trilogy of terror.
I'm your new horror host, Mr. Lobo. You know, tonight's feature is slow, plodding, contains poor dialogue, badly made dummies, wooden performances, and truly dares you to stay awake. I'm going to have to ask you all, as I have in the past, to take the Insomniac's oath. Please assume the position and repeat after me. I, as initiated member of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia, do solemnly swear to watch the movie, the whole movie, and nothing but the movie. So help me, Mr. Lobo. You may stand down. And now, Bryant Holiday, William Sylvester, Yvonne Romaine, Sandra Dome, and an all-star cast star in tonight's feature, Devil Doll.
Yeah, he's too good. That Borelli is just too good. He must have some kind of gimmick.
It's the work of a highly trained hypnotist. The art of hypnosis has advanced a great deal since the days of Mesmer.
But how do you account for that dummy walking?
Well, I think if you were to examine the dummy, you would find it a bag of mechanical tricks.
Yeah, but the tension between Borelli and that dummy, it was there. Everybody felt it.
Mass hypnosis, Mr. English. It's as real as individual hypnosis. What we saw was a dramatical production. I'm telling you, a succession of theatrical tricks.
Keep your voice down.
And it could be important to you, too. I'm sick of your insane jealousy. If you keep on this way, you know what will happen to you.
You may go in now. Thank you.
I'm very pleased that we meet again, Miss Horn.
Oh, I didn't even know if you'd remember me.
No. No, I did not forget you.
Oh, thank you. But I came to ask you for a favor.
To come to your aunt's charity ball.
Yes, but how did you guess?
Very prosaic, I'm afraid. I read in the newspaper that your aunt was giving a charity ball.
I'm afraid you're right.
Will you join me?
What is it?
A wine. From Sicily. Rather sweet, but very good at this hour. I always have it. It's called Sangue della Virgine. Blood of the Virgin. Smell it. It has a lovely bouquet.
It's rather early for a drink.
Oh, but this is an occasion. To the charity ball.
You mean you will come?
If you want me.
Oh, indeed we do. This is marvelous. I really didn't expect that I could walk in here and you'd accept the invitation just like that. Oh, but you do know it's for charity. Your fee...
Will be nothing.
My aunt will be so pleased. I don't know how to thank you.
I should be delighted. Oh, but you haven't finished your drink.
It's rather sweet.
Look into it. It's so deep and rich and red and warm. Deep, rich, red, and warm.
You will come then?
If you want me.
Saturday then. After your performance here, we'll send a car. Aunt Eva, this is your fourth drink.
No, dear, it's my fifth.
You
Enjoying yourself, darling? You're looking lovely. Thank you. Mark. Hello. Mark, you're absolutely marvelous. You're doing everything beautifully. You know, we've never had enough publicity. Now remember, when Countess Pignatelli comes, be sure that the photographer take her picture. She adores it.
Don't worry, I will.
Oh dear, I must go and talk to that dreadful Lady Hampton. Oh, Lady Hampton.
What's the matter? Hey.
Oh, nothing. Daydreaming, I suppose. Mark, I don't like it.
Well, your aunt loves it.
She doesn't know what you're really here for.
Yeah, as long as I get the Borelli story, what does it matter?
Oh, it's just... I don't know. I wish I'd never seen him.
Mark, when do I introduce Mr. Borelli?
Just about time now?
Oh, dear.
Come on, don't worry. Everything will be all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great surprise for you tonight. Now, will everybody at the back please come forward? Thank you. And then I'd like you to form a semicircle. I have much pleasure in presenting the great Vorelli and Hugo.
Well, Hugo, I think you should sing a song for the audience.
No, I'm tired.
Well, you're in a surly mood. I'm going to leave you alone. And when you're ready to perform, fine. In the meantime, if you'll excuse me, I would like something to eat. I've just come from the theater and I haven't had time. Ah, ham. I love it.
You cannibal.
Well, what would you have to eat, Hugo, to make you a cannibal? Sawdust.
Don't I get anything to eat? I'm hungry.
Whoever heard of a ventriloquist dummy eating?
I can eat. I can eat like you can. You are not the only one who likes to eat.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm hungry. I want something to eat. Now.
You surely don't expect me to wait on you.
No. But I do want to eat.
Very well, then. Get up and get it yourself. Don't drink too much, Hugo. It might make the sawdust in your stomach swell. You're a dummy, Hugo. A common puppet. Hugo. Put down the knife. I said, put it down.
Tonight's film has a hypnotic effect. Are you feeling impressionable? Susceptible to anything you hear? Then don't go away.
A cop from another world.
What's the matter? You never seen a cop before?
And a nurse shrunk by aliens.
Just the thing to drive G.I. Joe insane.
Will you get the hell out of here?
Are teaming up with a big partner.
She's a cop in trouble.
For some deadly fun and games.
Toys that come to life and kill people to help a demon from hell? Jesus Christ!
Not quite, slut.
You can go where those toys go. You're the perfect size to help me kick their butts.
Tim Thomerson, Tracy Scoggins, and Melissa Baer.
Pop goes the weasel.
Doll Man versus the demonic toys.
You'll love it. It's really gonna tear you up.
Drainage ditches, parking lots, drive-thrus, abandoned swimming pools. These are public places you have the right to grind on them whenever you please. Has the man been hassling you, keeping you and your board from catching wicked air? I can help you. I'm Rad Abrams, skateboard attorney.
Dude, I was tweaking. It was like totally my fault.
Even if you were tweaking, then it was like totally your fault. I can help you.
Dude, I hella effed up this guy's yard, and I'm pissed. But I don't know why.
Even if you're messed up inside, you're misplacing anger that should be directed at your parents. I can help you.
Dude, I am super broke. I can barely even afford smokes. How do you expect me to get a lawyer?
I know how it is. No money, no problem. There's no fee until we win. You can even bum a smoke. Let Rad Abrams hook you up.
Don't delay. Call Rad Abrams and Associates today. Look for our ad in Thrasher magazine.
Later days, dudes.
Someone probably said once that being a ventriloquist can be a lot of fun. With a little practice, anyone from 6 to 60 can learn the basics of ventriloquism. Whew, Mr. Lobo just made it. Feel a little sorry for those older folks though, but anyway. Just follow these simple steps and try to remind yourself that you're having fun. Step 1. The proper mouth position. In front of a mirror, slightly part your lips with your teeth barely clenched in a natural, relaxed way. This is how you hold your mouth when throwing your voice. Are you remembering to have fun? That's okay, we'll keep reminding you. Have fun.
You know, you frightened the ladies. You must apologize. Tell them you're sorry.
I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
And me? Yes, say it.
I am sorry.
Master.
Master.
He went upstairs 10 minutes ago. He should be back by now. When he does come down, I'm going up. I've got to have a look at that dummy. Just isn't possible. Must have someone inside it. Either a small man or a boy. It's the only explanation. Other than that, it's mechanical.
Darling, it's absolutely thrilling, perfectly marvelous. Una meraviglia. Have you ever seen anything so marvelous, Mark?
No, never.
Ecco.
Oh, excuse me. Congratulations.
Mr. Borelli, you were magnificent.
Thank you.
Come carino, il bambolo Ugo. Ma come si fa tutti?
A mio mestiere, Contessa. I think I should like a drink. Would you care to join me, Miss Hall?
Thank you. What a wonderful performance.
And when I call, you will come. Wherever you are, you will come. But until I call, you will be yourself. Your usual, charming self. I must leave you now, my dear. Gute Nacht, schöne kleine Marianne. Come to me. Remember, you promised to obey me. You must obey me. Come to me. Marianne. Marianne. Now.
Marianne. Come to me. Marianne.
You have come, my Marianne. You have obeyed me. But you do not know you're here. Tomorrow, you will remember nothing.
I will remember nothing.
You are very beautiful, my Marianne. You must learn to respond. Are you afraid of me?
No.
Then why do you resist me? You're not strong enough. My thoughts have already penetrated your mind. You see, I have only to think.
Help me. Find me. In Berlin, 1948. Find me. In Berlin.
Hugo.
No. 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 Puppets are scary. They're scary. No. No. Oh, Mr. Lobo was just resting his eyes. Thinking. Mr. Lobo was thinking, and I don't need a scary puppet on my lap to do a ventriloquist act. I'll ask a friend. Yes, Cinema Insomnia will be back after this intermission. Oh, Miss Mittens!
It's intermission time, folks, and that means it's time for a tasty snack. How about a stroll over to the refreshment counter for a delicious bite to eat? You don't have to worry about missing any part of the show because our announcer will let you know 3 minutes before the show starts again. See you over at the refreshment counter.
Welcome to Thrillville!
We've got monsters, we've got vampires, we've got bikers, we've got strippers, we've got sex fiends, we've got dopers, and we also have a couple of movies for you. And we got 2 guests all the way from the Midwest. We got people coming all the way from that traffic and the bridge from San Francisco, and all the way from Sacramento to get us started. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lobo.
They're bringing their own dead bodies. Is this one of your friends from New Jersey?
Used to be.
It's alive! Nice pod.
Thank you. You know, pod stuff, it's all the rage these days with the kids, so I thought I'd climb on board. You're not dreaming. You're here at Thrillville, and you're not watching Cinema Insomnia, which I'm happy to say is on Saturday nights, 12:30 on KTEH, serving San Jose, San Francisco, Oakland. We got tremendous ratings. Our first episode, Night of the Living Dead, tied reruns of The X-Files on Channel 36. They pay a lot of money for those reruns of The X-Files.
Would you like to recapture winter's refreshing coolness right now? Take the flavors you like best, the richness of fruits, the zest of colas. Mix them into iced cold beverages. Pour into generous-sized cups. And you have the goodness of our cold drinks. They're ready now at our refreshment stand.
This is Mr. Lobo for Cinema Insomnia.
No, I'm Tom Savini.
You're Tom Savini?
Yeah, I'm Tom.
I thought I was Mr. Lobo.
Oh, you're Mr. Lobo.
I'm Mr. Lobo.
Okay, I thought you were saying that I'm Mr. Lobo.
I could be Tom Savini. You can.
No,
you,
I'm Tom
you
Savini.
can have the microphone, and I can.
Now I'm Mr. Lobo.
You're Mr. Lobo.
I'm Mr. Lobo. You're Tom Savini.
I'm Tom Savini.
So how did you do that? How did you do that effect in Friday the 13th when the arrow goes to Kevin Bacon's neck?
Well, first of all, I've always wanted to put an arrow through Kevin Bacon's neck, so I was really happy that someone wrote a movie to allow me to bring that vision to life.
Listen, I didn't ask you why.
How?
How?
How did I do it?
How did you? Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't ask you why. I asked you how.
Oh, how did I do it? Well, how I did it was a lot of really sleight of hand, clever stuff.
Why don't I believe you?
Because I'm not really Tom Savini.
Now I'm Tom Savini.
You're Tom Savini. Okay, all right.
Don't ask me how I did the arrow effect in Kevin Bacon's neck, though.
Don't ask you that reason.
No, because I already wrote a book all about that, and I don't want to rewrite the book now. We're going to get cracked by a bullwhip. Quick!
Oh, no.
Hey! They're shooting at us! Quick! Security!
Oh, my gosh. Wow, down, everyone, down. Someone's trying to assassinate Tom Savini.
Yeah, boy, you see that? He was shooting right at me.
I'll take a bullet for you. All right. Okay, so Tom,
I think, you know what we should do.
Tasso!
Tasso!
Tasso. Tasso's coming over here.
I think we should attach some thread to his glasses, and then you hit the bullwhip, and his glasses will be whipped right off.
Okay.
No.
No, that probably shouldn't happen, because my glasses would break.
But you saw us almost invent an effect right here. Okay.
That would have been great to see you at work.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of the nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white puffy material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
Repeat after me. I, as an initiated member of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia, do solemnly swear to watch the movie, the whole movie, and nothing but the movie, so help me, Mr. Lobo. You may stand down. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me. Long live horror hosts. Thank you, Will.
Hey, Lobo.
Yes.
Lobo, this guy's a celebrity now. He's a hotshot. He's got a syndicated show.
30 markets.
He's going right from here. They're all in Arkansas. But he's catching a plane right after this show, because that's how popular he is. He's going all the way back east, right?
Yes, I'm going to Scream Fest, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be there with Linda Blair, the people from Halloween, the people from Friday the 13th, and the people from People Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, and the people from Under the Stairs, and the people from other movies with the title with people in it.
The people, the land.
Yes.
Time for God.
People, Time for God, yes. And
the people.
But they're paying my hotel and the flight, and it's crazy. They're fooled. They think I'm a somebody.
And he came here for a soda.
I came here for just a soda and,
Which he hasn't
and
even
some
gotten
pizza.
yet.
No, I really
Anyway, thank you. The incomparable Mr. Lobo. All right, now, hits just keep on coming. Ladies and gentlemen, another legend is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Give it up for Dr. Goldfinger!
A regular there, children. Welcome. Sorry, didn't realize it was that loud. Welcome to Lobo Palooza. So, I don't want to stay up here too long. There's a lot of action, a lot of exciting people in the audience tonight. And right now, all the way from Cleveland, the town's so nice, they named it once. The legendary Son of Ghoul.
Thank you. Good night. Hey, group, what's happening? Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you, good doctor.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for coming all the way out from Cleveland.
Oh, we have 2 mics.
Now we have 2.
It's a real show, isn't it? Okay.
Hey, so you've been on the air in Cleveland for how many years consecutive now?
19.
Going on 20.
Going on 20.
Next June will be his 20th anniversary.
That's right.
Non-stop. 20 unbroken years every weekend.
Hi, I'm Chili Dilly, the personality pickle. Packed in a jar for the freshest flavor. Served cold in a sack for you to savor. So dainty to eat, no muss, no fuss. An ideal snack for all of us. Crisp, tender, and tasty with a bit of spice. Buy one now. Taste how nice. Snack bar clerks will knock themselves silly, speeding your order for a real Chili Dilly.
Do you find it strange that a guy who makes special effects, who's usually the guy behind the curtain, who is that guy?
Yeah,
we don't know who he is.
Oz.
And then, you're like a personality, a celebrity.
How does that happen?
How does that happen that a guy who does special effects actually gets recognized? That is like that's like Ray Harryhausen, you know?
That's right. But would you know Ray Harryhausen? Well, you would know Ray Harryhausen. But the average person wouldn't know if he walked by what he did. Wonderful Clash of the Titans and everything else. 20,000 Leagues Under the Snow. Beast from 20,000 Fathoms.
But Tom, I have to say this: if I worked like at a I don't know, a mortgage company or something, and I went in there, Krispy Kreme, and I said, I talked to Tom Savini last weekend, they probably would go,
who's that?
Huh? Who?
Is he an Italian waiter?
Right, exactly. But today here, there was a line around the block.
Yes, well, because they read Fangoria magazine.
And who doesn't
95% of the students at my school come from Fangoria magazine. So, I mean, my face has been all over Fangoria magazine.
Right.
So, and my ads for the school appear there. So, I've got this face that's not that easy to forget. I look like Satan, so.
I don't know what Satan looks like.
The stereotypical Satan. Actually, if you see, I also look like the Pittsburgh Pirate emblem, the baseball team.
Oh, did you pose for that?
Also, there's a guy. They showed me a picture of a guy that was red with a black goatee and French fries coming out of his head. You know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hey, Chris.
Yeah, that was Darth Maul.
What's the red guy that looks like me with French fries coming out of his head?
Oh, that's the...
This is film historian Christoph Rakis.
Yeah. Aqua Teen Hunger something or other features a basket of fries that looks a lot like Tom Savini. This would be the point right here. You cut in the side-by-side Chiron.
You got to go get a picture of that so you can show it, okay? Also, now you have to find a Pittsburgh Pirate logo.
I like that Tom Savini's now directing these.
That's what he does.
A snow cone, please.
Cut. What's with this snow cone bit? The word is water.
But I want a snow cone.
Now let's try it again. Now this time stick to the script.
Okay.
Action.
Water, please. So I get water. But where you are, you can get snow cones. Bring me one, will you please? Any flavor.
John, the act that I do actually started in Cleveland in 1963 by the legendary Ernie Anderson Goulardi, and John had a chance to work with Ernie once.
We spent the entire day in 1991 at the Magic Castle in downtown Hollywood. Wow. And Elvira was there, Ernie Anderson, Zachary from New York. Yeah. And of course, the center of all of this was Joe Bob Briggs.
Wow.
And it was an unforgettable afternoon. And I just finished recently writing a chapter for a new book I'm doing on my life as a horror host.
Wow.
Describing all of the elements that went into that particular day. I even described Elvira.
Wow. And she has a couple good things to describe, I gotta tell you. Well, I have to tell you, John, before I get off here, I have to commend you. That is the most scariest outfit I think I've ever seen.
That scared the hell out of my IRS agent, I'll tell you that.
Give it up for John Stanley!
Give it up for Sana Gould! So while you're here, John, I want to bring up, we advertised a special mystery guest who is here in the house. I just found out who it was like a few minutes ago. We have a special mystery guest in the house. And yes, his last name is Wilkins. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Wilkins. Come on, Rob Wilkins. As promised, Rob Wilkins. I said a Robert Wilkins. I didn't necessarily say Bob Wilkins, but Rob Wilkins is here. His son, all the way from Oakland here. And looks just like his dad. I was going to try to pass him off as his dad, give him a cigar, but I don't know, couldn't do it. Anyway, Rob has probably a message from your dad, I guess. I don't know if it's clean enough to say to the audience, but...
He doesn't really have one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's Bob for you.
No, he's pretty appreciative of all the fans. As he would say, he still doesn't believe there's more than 20 of them.
Well, you see tonight. I mean, Bob Wilkins, ladies and gentlemen. knows that. We've had Bob here 5 or 6 times here at the Parkway, and he couldn't make it tonight, but he's sick of us, and I can understand that. But Rob, thanks for coming down and
Thanks.
enjoying the movies with us. Okay, Rob Wilkins, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right, before we get to, they're bad movies, but they're great prints of bad movies, so at least I give you that. We got a beautiful print of Dracula versus Frankenstein. And also, everyone should have had, it's just a reason, everyone here should have gotten a free copy of Big Old Face Full of Monster. Is that true? Make sure you got one. We got more at the front. And Jenny Morrison, that's her first magazine. Stand up, Jenny. She supplied everyone here, right off the press, their own free copy of Big O. Where are you? Oh, here you are. Can't even see. Okay, before we get to the movie, I want to, one last time, bring all the legends up here on stage. Son of Ghoul, Mr. Lobo, Dr. Goldfinger, John Stanley. And we're only half done because at halftime on this stage we got Ms. Monster, all the way from San Francisco. We've got my doppelganger from Minnesota, Rock and Roll Ray is in the house. And the man we have to thank for these movies tonight, or to blame, Adam Trash is here tonight. So everybody take a bow, the legends.
With mustard and relish, you'll guarantee mouth-watering satisfaction. Mmm. And now he slips his costume on a beautiful golden bun. There's his cue to go out on stage.
He's the natural.
He's the rage. Meet this person that'll feed at our refreshment counter. Treat the family.
So Tom, it begins with special effects.
Yes.
Some acting.
Oh, lots of acting.
Lots of
no,
acting.
I used special effects to get my foot in the door.
Oh, okay.
As an actor, because as an actor, it's very difficult to get into that door.
Do you think?
And I always try to play a part in the movies that I do effects on, and it has worked. I mean, so with George Romero especially, he started just to cast me as an actor in movies without any effects, you know. So, and that has led to more acting roles like Dust Till Dawn and something I just finished called Sea of Dust. But my goal was to always be. Either as a director behind the camera or as an actor in front of it, you know, or both.
And on special effects along the way was a skill that you excelled at, something you had natural aptitude for, that cracked the door open for you.
It seemed because, I wrote 2 books and they're called Grand Illusions, because I think of these things as magic tricks. And they really are, because my job is to make you believe that what you're seeing is really happening, okay? And the mindset for that is, what do I need to see to make me believe that what I'm seeing is really happening? And that evolves into, what do I need to show an audience to make them believe that what they're seeing is really happening? And that's exactly, again, what a magician does. Makes you believe what you're seeing is really happening, but there's magic involved. So
sure. I think that's the movies also.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what special makeup effects is. It's fooling you, making you believe that what you're seeing is really happening, but creating the magic trick. So I've always been very interested in magic, and that is what guided me in that direction. And I think what separates me as far as reputation.
And that's the same thing you're doing with acting, and that's the same thing you're doing with directing.
Exactly. That's a huge magic trick. That's a big puzzle that you're putting together, but you're actually also creating the pieces to that puzzle, you know. So,
and you want something to happen in that viewer's mind that when they see that.
Exactly. It's not just enough to tell the story. A good director tells it in such a visual way that it creates something emotionally has to happen in you.
Right.
If you see a movie and you cry or you laugh, or you're depressed or sad, or you fart, you'll remember that movie. That is a movie that in your lifetime is one you'll always think about when someone says, "What's your favorite movie?" You know. And here come the horses. Okay.
And what's your favorite movie?
No favorites. It's impossible.
You don't have a favorite?
No. If I said, well, first of all, category. What's your favorite category is tough enough.
All right.
But if we're talking about horror movies, which we are, The Exorcist is really high up there on my list because...
You know what film I really like? I really like...
Haunting.
I do like The Haunting, but I like House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, that's a good... Vincent Price, sure. That's a good one. Yeah. But, I saw it when I was a kid, and even today, that scene in the basement with the woman in the wine cellar is still a chilling scene.
Yes.
Even today. So you wind up studying that scene. Why is it so scary? I mean, the rest of the movie, when you were a kid, it was scary, but today it's Vincent Price with the skeleton that's not even connected, and how the it's a fully articulated mannequin, and he's just turning a wheel. Right. So that's kind of cheesy, but that woman in that basement is still sends chills up my spine. But The Haunting, The Exorcist, top of the list, because it's one of the few movies that scared me. I watch a movie, I'm looking at camera angles and the lighting and what the director is doing. Not a chance of doing that with Exorcist. It's just coming at you. And Alien scared the shit out of me as well. You'll just beep that out, yeah.
Oh yeah, Alien scared the slime out of you.
The bejesus.
Scared the bejesus. Yeah. Oh no, I think even that bejesus is too close.
Scared the carpetbaggers. Scared the Fargan Bastages
out of him.
Yeah,
all over the place. They were just rolling down the aisle.
There were ice holes everywhere.
There were. Erupting with simulated farts.
Yes, and the mothers, these mother flakers that were. We could do this all day, couldn't we? Well, let's not.
All right. Okay. So there are movies that do scare Tom Savini. Alien was one of them.
Absolutely.
Alien really scared me really bad too. Actually.
Yeah.
Now we were talking earlier about Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Now you don't really have a direct connection to that original Night of the Living Dead.
Not a direct. No, I directed the remake.
You directed the remake.
Yes.
But the original Night of the Living Dead. You lived in Pittsburgh.
I was in Vietnam.
But did you go to Vietnam before?
No, during.
During.
Before, for sure. I went in the army before, and then I was in Vietnam when he shot it.
Oh, okay.
Do I have my car keys? Yes. Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Do you have your car keys?
They're in my pocket. I thought maybe you lifted them or something.
Oh, yes. I've got Tom Savini's car. If anybody's interested. So
you should ask everybody what kind of car they have. That might be interesting.
It might be. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh,
while we're waiting,
hold on. Okay.
So are we rolling it? I don't see any red lights on this
camera. It's all fake. If you look, it says Fisher Price on the side of the camera. Yeah, this is just for my amusement. There's no camera. Tom Savini. See, this is all part of Tom Savini's imagination right here, all of this.
We're creating an emotional experience for you.
A direct experience.
There's nobody watching anymore. No. They tuned out a half an hour ago.
They're asleep.
When What's-His-Face was talking in here.
Oh.
I didn't mention any names.
You said What's-His-Face, and everybody knows. Okay. All right. So you didn't even know that film was being made?
No, I did. I went to see George before it was being made because he said, we got this gig coming up. I think it'd be good for it because I was showing him my portfolio. I had a.
And you were what, 4 years old, right? 4 or 5?
How old was I? I guess I was 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Close.
But I enlisted in the Army to stay out of Vietnam. So naturally, after I joined, I went right to Vietnam.
Of course.
And I was there when he shot it.
And you were a photographer in Vietnam?
Combat photographer, yes.
That was real. That was a real horror movie.
It was a lesson in anatomy, yeah.
Did that shape your career as a makeup artist?
Absolutely, yes. When I create the fake stuff, if it doesn't give me the same feeling that I felt when I saw the real stuff, the fake stuff isn't real enough. Did you follow that?
Okay. I think so. Yeah. So what you're saying is William Castle should have went to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people should have because when I've seen real death,
right,
and nobody dies with a pretty expression on their face. I mean, I watch these movies irritate me when somebody dies and they close their mouth and they try to look pleasant.
Yes.
For the camera, they don't want to look bad when they're dead.
Right.
When you die, your muscles relax completely.
Yeah.
The jaw is a muscle here.
Yeah.
The jaw is always slack. Right. One eye's half closed, one eye's half open, perhaps. Perhaps they die with a smile on their face, So I try to incorporate all that in my fake heads and bodies and stuff. And I think that's the difference. Again, I have a reputation for being very realistic. Now, even though you haven't been to Vietnam, you haven't seen that, when you do see it, it strikes a nerve that's somehow interpreted in your brain as, that must be how it really is. You don't say that, but it gives you that feeling. So
well, and one might say that it is probably, I don't want to say healthier, but better to present death as being, especially violent death, as being horrible rather than depicting violent death as being a sugar-coated kind of antiseptic kind of violence, like other movies have.
Perhaps, because, you know, when I was a kid growing up, watching The Lone Ranger and Roy Rogers, I mean, they'll shoot somebody, they'll blow somebody away with this 45 caliber pistol. Right. The guy goes, and falls. Yeah. Okay. Very clean, very pristine. It was not a nasty, horrible thing to kill someone. So then along comes Sam Peckinpah, you know, and shows it very realistically. And that's sort of a surprise and a shock. Look at the Wild Bunch, you know. So hopefully showing it as horrible as it can be diffuses that violent streak, or it's like, you know, it's like George Romero says something about he believes it diffuses. No one's going to run out and kill somebody because they watch Dawn of the Dead or something, you know.
It's showtime.
I'm Mr. Lobo, and this is my friend, Miss Mittens. Say hello to the nice people, Miss Mittens. Whoa! Seems our friend is a bit of a potty mouth. Why don't you wash those hurtful words down while I tell our viewers about tonight's movie? A living ventriloquist dummy is possessed by an evil showman who stalks a young girl in the audience. A reporter from the Weekly World News puts the whole plot together as Cinema Insomnia presents to you the classic 1964 movie, I was getting to that, Devil Doll.
Your morning coffee, Mr. English.
Thanks.
And how was your evening?
That dummy talked to me last night. He came to my room.
He came to your room, the dummy?
That's right.
And what did he say to you, Mark?
I know this is going to sound crazy, but he asked for help. He mentioned Berlin, 1948.
When did you start having these nightmares, Mark? Tell Dr. Louise all about it.
It was no nightmare. I saw and heard that dummy. It's as real as...
You can't be serious.
I am.
Hello? That's for you, Mark.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Mark. Mark, Marianne is not feeling so well. The whole house is in a shambles after last night. I was wondering, I hoped you might come out here.
Well, what's happened?
Well, you know, Mark, the charity ball, the preparations, the excitement. Well, she's upset. Have to upset anyone.
Was she all right?
Well, Dr. Keisling, our family doctor's here. He'd like to have a word with you.
Hello? Mr. English?
Yes, Doctor?
Now, there's nothing to be alarmed about, Mr. English, but I think it would be best if you were to see Marianne.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing serious, but I just think that you should be here.
Well, it'll take me about 2 hours.
Very well. I shall look forward to meeting you. Goodbye. I'm very glad that you were able to come so quickly.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
She seems to be in a state of semi-coma, with overtones of delirium.
Make him stop, Ma.
Marianne, darling.
Make him stop, Ma. I'll make him stop.
Darling, what is it?
He's calling me, Ma. Please make him stop.
Who?
Please. Make him stop. Don't make him stop.
Very strange case. No, thank you. I was hoping your visit would have helped. Perhaps...
She's been hypnotized.
Beg your pardon?
Varelli.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Doctor. She's been put in a trance by a professional hypnotist, a man called Varelli. The great Varelli.
Mr. English, in this day and age? But how? For what reason? Why?
You said yourself you couldn't understand the symptoms. Your very words were a strange case.
Yes, we still have to make the tests. Possibly some unknown virus.
You know Dr. Heller, the expert on hypnosis and mesmerism?
I once attended one of his lectures at the university. Very interesting theories.
I'd like him to see Marianne.
Well, of course, if you feel it would help, I've got no objection. But in the meanwhile, we'll carry on the tests.
Thank you, Doctor. You don't believe a word I'm saying, do you?
Well, let us say that I will keep what you Americans call an open mind.
Yes, just come this way. Thank you. Ah. Would you mind telling me your name?
Miss Panton?
Miss Panton. And what kind of work do you do, Miss Panton?
I play cello in a symphony orchestra.
Oh, really? Then you must be a connoisseur of good music.
Yes, I think so.
And what does music do to you?
Well, I feel things.
I suppose different kinds of music make you feel different things.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I see. Now, Miss Patton, don't be frightened. Just look into my eyes. There, that's right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I shall prove to you that we all have secret desires. Desires that run counter to our upbringing and surroundings, and how music can indeed bring them out. Miss Panton, in a few moments you will be hearing a record. When you hear the music begin, you will become a striptease artist, and you will dance for us.
we're going to need a lot more coffee to make it through tonight's movie. Then we're going to need another movie to watch till we come down off the coffee. It's an endless cycle of coffee and bad movies, coffee, lifestyle, or cry for help. You decide. Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Harvey, want anything special for your birthday?
Just a decent cup of coffee.
You're kidding.
I'm serious. Honey, your coffee's undrinkable.
Pretty harsh.
Well, so's your coffee. You know, the girls down at the office make better coffee on their hot plates. Well, see you later.
Hi, I'm Steve Miller. I've been a trial lawyer in Florida and Massachusetts since 1985. If you and your spouse hate each other like poison and want to get out of the hellhole you call a marriage, you've come to the right place. Look, you can waste your money screwing around with some paper pusher paralegal type, give thousands of dollars to some piece of crap three-piece suit downtown, blow your brains out trying to figure out why you wasted $25 on the crappy forms you bought from the illiterate boob at the courthouse, or do what I say and do it now. We know what we're doing here. Pay up and you're on your way to getting rid of that vermin you call a spouse. We're here to help. Divorce Easy, a Florida law firm.
Barbie, eat your heart out.
Oh my God! Am I missing something?
Nobody move!
You may now kiss the bride.
It's showtime! Jesse, drive! Go!
You're invited.
Learn from the master.
To the wedding of the year. As Chucky.
I love you.
Gets lucky.
I'm starting to feel like Pinocchio here.
Bride of Chucky.
And what? Have you got a rubber? Look at me! I'm all rubber.
You're not dreaming, you're watching Cinema Insomnia and hopefully having a nightmare.
The horror host mixer and talent show is just a week away. Mr. Lobo is going to have to learn how to throw his voice. And Miss Mittens, we're going to have to start practicing our labials right now. Okay, get your mind out of the gutter, all right? Okay, labials are words using the lips. B, F, M, P, V, or W. All right. You need help, you know that?
Would you like a cup of coffee, Mark?
Yeah, thanks.
Hello, Dr. Heller.
Hello. Hello, Mr. English.
Oh, come in, Doctor. Louisa, how about that coffee?
Yes, certainly.
Sit down.
Thank you. I've just seen Miss Holmes.
Oh, how is she?
Well, she'll slip back into a semi-comatose state. Oh, by the way, I called Borelli and talked to him. He confirmed my findings that Marianne has a subconscious fear of hypnosis.
That's all his fault, isn't it?
He can't be blamed. Marianne agreed to be hypnotized. Borelli even offered to put her into another state of hypnosis and break the control again. But it's too dangerous, much too dangerous. We must find some other solution.
Yes, but how?
Not quite certain yet. In any case, it will take time. The mind is fragile. One has to be delicate and patient.
If there was something I could do.
Hugo, she said you were ugly.
morning, Mr. English. We finally got through to Mrs. Stanton about...
Never mind that. Get me Bob Garrett on the phone in Berlin. The elusive Mr. Garrett. Try his hotel. If I know him, that's where he'll be.
Hey, Mark, what's with the Dawn Patrol? Say, how's the action in England?
Action? What action? What are you talking about?
Limey Broads, man. Limey Broads. What else?
Now, never mind that. I got a job for you.
A what? Look, man, I'm sweating my guts out here. I'm at the typewriter right now, working like hell on the Berlin Wall article.
Get a pencil and pad ready.
Hold on a minute. Honey, let me have the pad and pencil. Thanks. Okay, Mark, fill me in.
A magician, a hypnotist, by the name of the great Varelli. He used to work in Berlin. I want you to find out everything. Repeat, everything available on him. I want you to go way back, as far back as 1947. I want to know who he is, where he came from, and who he worked with. Check the police files, the hospitals, the birth records, and the theaters. You got that?
Slow down, Mark, boy. Slow down. How do you spell that? Vorelli. Varelli. Okay.
Now get your tail out of bed and get to work.
Wilco. Stay cool and all that jazz. What? Hey, how did you know I was in bed?
It figures, boy. It figures. Call me the moment you get something. Okay? So long, Bobby.
Okay, you.
Varelli's assistant was found dead. Listen to this. Miss Cardenas was last seen alive by Carlos Santi, the stage dresser, at 7:45 last night. He returned to awaken her for the evening performance at 8:10, and he found her dead. Mr. Jack Walton, the manager of the theater, has stated that Mr. Varelli was in his office, where he was talking with British customs official concerning passport and clearance papers for a pending trip to Spain. And the customs official have verified Mr. Walton's statement. They were interrupted by shouts from Carlos Santi, who had just found the body. Now, here's the gem. Listen. Mr. Varelli said, quote, "The poor girl had not an enemy in the world, a most shocking crime. I hope the police will persevere, find the murderer, and see that justice is done. I will miss her very much indeed." The great Varelli with an airtight alibi. You know what I think? I think he killed her. Somehow he killed her. Let's see what Bob Garrett digs up in Berlin.
Bob? I thought you were in Berlin. No, I'm not playing with dolls. I'm dabbling in the honorable art of ventriloquism. Look, the only dummy is on the other end of this telephone line. And yes, I plan on writing better jokes than that. Ich bin ein Berliner.
Every year, hundreds of young people travel the country and disappear. God help those who get caught in the tourist trap. Tourist trap, where beautiful young people looking for excitement are tricked, terrorized, trapped.
One, two, 1, 2. Larry, you know, this simple exercise can help you stay healthy, which keeps medical costs down.
But you gotta do it every day, Vince. Or you'll get out of shape fast.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
If you're just waking up, you're watching Cinema Insomnia. So then this blonde stands up in the club and says, "I'm sick and tired of your denigrating blonde jokes. What makes you think you can humiliate women in this way? What is it about a person's attributes that determines their worth as a human being?" And the ventriloquist is flustered and he starts to apologize. But then the blonde cuts him off and says, "Will you shut up, mister, and stay out of this? I'm talking to the little jerk on your knee." Hello? Hello?
Nothing we've done so far has helped.
The new drug from America seems to have a tranquilizing effect. That is something.
Mr. Varelli called again today. He seemed very concerned about Marianne.
Yes, he calls regularly. Very nice chap.
Doctor, I think you should come up and see Miss Horn. She's still delirious.
I was afraid of that. Another injection, nurse. 1/2 cc.
Phone call for you, Mark. Your office. How is she?
Hello, Louisa. Yeah, what is it? He's onto something. What does that mean? Was that all he told you? Louisa, get me a ticket on the next plane to Berlin. Call Garrett and have him meet me at the airport. Have him reserve me a room at the Hilton. Now I don't know how long I'll be there.
Marianne. Yes, it's coming now.
Oh, Grace. Grace, you look very pretty. Do you think you know the routine well enough?
Yes, sir.
Poor Magda. I shall miss her in many ways. You will go on in her place tonight.
Thank you, sir.
You may go now, Grace.
I shall try not to disappoint you, Mr. Varelli.
I'm sure you won't, my dear.
Well, where do we start? Relax, Mark. Relax. I'll tell you all about it. In 1947, Varelli was just breaking into vaudeville. But before that, he was a doctor. A doctor? The way I get it, after he got his degree, he refused to practice. He became a fanatic on the mysteries of the East, even went out there to study. Where? Egypt, India, Burma. And we suspect an entire year with the lamas in Tibet, always studying the same thing. Hypnosis? No, not exactly. It's more like he believed that you could separate man from his soul. It's really hard to pin down, Mark. What about the vaudeville act? In December 47, he was kicked out of the medical society. I haven't had a chance to check up on the reasons yet, but anyway, he was kicked out. The next anybody saw of him is when he showed up in vaudeville. He had this act with a boy and girl, hypnotism and all that jazz. He'd put them under and they'd do things. One of the tricks Varelli did was to stick a dagger into the boy. Through a friend of mine, I've been able to locate the woman. That's where I'm taking you now.
I think you might be from the American police, looking for something.
No, we are not from the police.
What is it then you want?
I want to know what happened in 1948 when you worked with him.
There was an accident, wasn't there?
Yeah. And they would not listen to me.
Your partner, a boy, part of the act?
Oh, yes. Hugo.
Hugo?
Tell us about it.
It would be better to cut Varelli's throat, It was a long time ago. I was younger. Varelli hired Hugo Novik and me. We had an act, Hugo and I, dancers. We made little money, but we were happy. Varelli said we would make more. Okay.
Let's go on.
Varelli would hypnotize us, make us do things. But off stage, we were ourselves. But then Hugo changed. Varelli became his master. Then he got the dummy.
Oh, Hugo. Ugly Hugo. Ugly, ugly Hugo. Ugly Hugo. Hugo. Hugo Jackson?
How much for this?
Oh, that's free.
Really? What's wrong with it?
Nothing?
Wow. Thanks.
Free isn't always a good thing. Except when it comes to free checking at First Bank, complete with the First Bank mobile app featuring First Glance and mobile check capture.
They have given life to a deadly power.
We're all in danger.
And now a box of little toys
I think someone's in the room, Frank.
has become a gang of little terrors. Pinhead, Blade, Ms. Leach, Jester, and Tunneler. Irene Miracle, Paul Lamont, Barbara Crampton, and William Hickey as the Puppet Master.
Isn't it ironic that a film full of strippers, magicians, and doll collectors would have us seen in a mental hospital? No, I suppose it isn't. Where are the clowns, you might ask? Well, anyway, if you have issues, Cinema Insomnia has your movie, Devil Doll.
It looks like Hugo.
Yes, it could resemble me. It will be. It will be. Get out. And don't come back until I call for you.
You will not believe this. The police did not believe, but I saw. One night, I come into the dressing room. It is a dress rehearsal. Like taking the soul of Hugo, giving it to the dummy. I tell you, I saw.
I believe you, Mercedes.
Then you are the first. And I am not alone. There is another who knows.
Well, go on. What happened next?
I told you. Vorelli would hypnotize us. Make me do foolish things. He made Hugo lift incredible weights. Stick a dagger into him here, to his breast. Then, one night.
This time, Hugo, you're going to die. He is my slave. He will feel nothing. That is the power of hypnotism. Behold.
Never before had he felt it. But this time, every time, many times before, Hugo felt nothing. But this time, Hugo felt the blood come.
A little hard to believe.
Nobody believes. The police, nobody. Hans, come here. They would not believe Hans either.
Do you want me, Mercedes?
Hans, here he is. He will tell you. These are reporters. They want to know about Vorelli. Tell them. Go on. Tell them about the dummy.
Well, there isn't much I can say. I was a cleaner at the time. I was not even on the stage when it happened. I was in Vorelli's room. Everybody was out, so I could clean up the room. I did not see, but I heard. Then the dagger plunged into Hugo. I saw the puppet. I ran. Then the police. Confusion. A hearing.
Did you both testify at the hearing?
Yeah, they ask questions, I tell them, they laugh, call me crazy.
What was the verdict?
He willingly took the risk. Accident. He lived for 3 months after the accident in a hospital like a vegetable. He did not move for 3 months. Just lay there and looked at the ceiling. Then he died. He died.
Look, gentlemen, I don't want to push you out, but Mercedes has some business to attend to. The customers come here, you know. So if you're through, perhaps you would give us 100 marks for the information. Well, we lose more than that in time already.
Hey, Bobby, take me right back to that airport. First, I thought Borelli had a mechanical doll, or even a living person inside the dummy. I even sneaked into his room and examined the doll, but it was nothing but a wooden puppet. I never told you this before, Doctor, but the night I examined that doll, it came to my room. It talked to me.
You were dreaming.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. And at first I thought I was dreaming, too.
You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. Sorry, Mr. Lobo, I just couldn't resist an easy setup like that. I only wish throwing my voice was as easy. Anyway, as long as we're on a roll shooting clay pigeons in a barrel, the other puppet masters would like to pull your strings. Cinema Insomnia will be back after this commercial break.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Hilscher. And this is our son, Brahms. Music gives him so much joy.
Brahms is not like other children. It is very important that you follow these rules. Be good to him and he'll be good to you.
No offense, Brahms, but you kind of creep me out.
You will be good to him, won't you?
What's going on?
Well, we ordered a gift online, and we really need to do something with it. I'm just not sure what.
What is it? Well, just return it. Returning gifts is easier than ever with priority mail flat rate boxes from the Postal Service. If it fits, it ships anywhere in the country for a low flat rate. Plus, I can pick it up for free.
Perfect, because we have to get that out of this house.
Come on, it's not that big. Oh yeah, that's gotta go.
Priority mail flat rate shipping starts at $4.95, only from the Postal Service. A simpler way to ship and return.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget the gender confused. Oh, hello. Yes, who's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I usually don't forget a, whatever. What was your name again? You got your hand on that side and you don't even know what my name is? Oh, well, please forgive me. For the audience, please. I'm Miss Mittens. Oh, really? Oh, hello, Mr. O'Reilly. I thought your name was Mr. Lobo. Well, I am Mr. Lobo. Really? You don't sound very sure. Yes, I'm Mr. Lobo.
Well, what do you do when you're not putting on a lame puppet show?
I host low-rent movies on television.
Oh, do they pay you a lot of money for that?
Not really.
Then I guess we see who the real dummy is, don't we, Mr. Lobo?
Look, you're starting to hurt my feelings.
Look, you're starting to hurt my feelings.
No, really, I'm serious.
No, really, I'm serious.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Okay, this isn't part of the script.
This isn't part of the script.
Please.
Please.
We need to get back into the movie.
We need to get back into the movie.
Well, what that doll told me led me directly to Mercedes in Berlin. Now, I know you'll think I'm mad, but somehow he's put a man's life into that doll.
You have a most vivid imagination.
But I just don't like it, Doctor. Marianne is bedridden. It's too like Hugo Novik. For 3 months, he lay in a bed helpless.
You are magnifying this problem. With Hugo Novik, it was catalepsy.
Catalepsy?
There's no question. A perfect case of traumatic shock.
Well, that explains it. The dagger.
Only instead of telling him it wouldn't hurt, he probably told him he would die. Or all but die.
And for 3 months, he lay in a hospital helpless, while Borelli completed his transfer. He put his spirit into that dummy before Hugo died.
And all this while, Hugo Novik's soul has been inside a dummy. This is madness. And besides, Marianne never suffered from any traumatic shocks.
Well, maybe she did, I don't know. The night Borelli performed out at her aunt's house, something happened to her in his room. The next day, she was lying helpless in bed. Anyway, Hugo Novak was 15 years ago. His powers may have advanced since then.
You are wasting your time, Mark.
I tell you, he's robbed this man's soul. I don't know how, and I can't give you any scientific explanations, but I do know that's what's happened.
Mark. Now, do you really think we should seriously discuss this? A soul transferred by a vaudeville magician.
Borelli is no mere vaudeville magician. Look at Marianne.
That's a very highly strung girl. Hers is a case of interrupted hypnosis. This I can understand.
Okay, what do you suggest?
That you forget all this foolishness. Forget about Borelli. You are tired, overworked, and perhaps even a little bit jealous.
And that's all there is to it.
You can take my word for it.
I wish I could believe you.
Dr. Heller here? Oh, yes, Dr. Keisler. Yes? Yes. Oh, good. Marianne is awake. Perfectly normal. Oh, yes, of course, I shall be out there this afternoon. Late. Thank you, Doctor. Goodbye.
Oh, thank God for that.
Now, Mark, take my advice. Forget about Borelli. Forget about dummies. Marianne is much better now. Borelli is not the villain you imagine.
Perhaps you shouldn't stay too long. I see. Of course. I understand. Tell your aunt and uncle
that you love me.
I love you. I love you.
And you will tell Mark that you are going to marry me.
I'm going to marry you.
I must go now. But when I call you, you will come. Remember, when I call, you will come. Marianne.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
It's good to see you.
You're looking much better.
Thank you. The doctor took me off the drugs. Mark, I've got to talk to you.
Hmm?
I'm going away with Borelli. I'm in love with him.
You what?
I'm in love with him. I'm sorry, Mark. How can I explain? It happened the night he stayed here. I just don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Well, Hugo, tonight we fly to Spain. And there, the very wealthy and beautiful Miss Marian Horn will become my bride. What a delicious thought. We'll give our last performance tonight and be on our way. All four of us. You, Hugo, my bride-to-be, and my ugly little wooden lady. And then, after a few months, when my transfer is complete, my beautiful young wife will die, leaving me all her money, and you with an ugly little wooden companion.
You know, I wish I could make Miss Mittens talk without moving her lips. Perhaps if Mr. Lobo gave his puppet a soul, it would come to life like the one in the movie. This is an old soul, apparently. Cinema Insomnia. We'll be back with more Devil Doll after this.
we should talk to someone.
I don't think what you're experiencing is a ghost.
Sometimes demons can attach themselves to objects.
What do I do? Protect your family. Who are you?
You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. Miss Mittens, would you like your soul in the pink or the blue doll? All right, well, you can decide later. We have to take our little act on the road. Cinema Insomnia now concludes Devil Doll.
Have the same again.
I'm a bloody fool. I put the company to a lot of unnecessary expense for an article about a charlatan. A third-rate phony. The only woman I ever cared about falls in love with him. They'll fire me after this fiasco. They're as crazy as I am.
Sleep, my Marianne. Deep, deep sleep. Awake, my lovely Marianne, after the performance tonight. Hugo, you must behave when we give our last performance. You've been getting out of control much too often. You've been in your little wooden body so long you've become an individual again. I think I must teach you a little lesson. Dear Grace, I'm very busy.
I thought you wanted me, you know.
Not now, dear. I have a few things to clear up with the manager before I leave. I shall come to your room.
Don't be long.
As soon as I'm through with him. Hugo, I'm your master. Get back in your cage or I will destroy you.
Don't be alarmed, Mr. English. Vorelli is now in the wooden doll. I am his master. The tables are turned. You need have no fear for Marianne. She is sleeping peacefully. When I wake her, she will be her normal self.
Mr. English, get me out of here. I am the great Vorelli. He can't do this to me. Please, Mr. English, don't let him do it. I'll do anything you say. Get me out of here. I'll do anything you say. Please, I am the great Vorelli.
Oh, okay, all right now. This is really creepy. Miss Mittens, you march right back here with Mr. Lobo's body right this instant. I'm not kidding. I knew I should have studied that last chapter on soul transference. Anyway, that's not your problem. This is more or less Mr. Lobo saying thank you for watching Cinema Insomnia.